So I got the kind of the center focal piece, but it's also still kind of rising towards the corners to kind of expand your view. And I did add a couple handfuls. What's going on, fish nerds? Carlos here, and I just pulled in to my local fish store, Montfort Aquarium and Pets, and I'm hopefully gonna buy some plants because the 30-gallon tall has been sitting kind of bare with just that one pot and that one little piece of driftwood, and I'm kind of tired of it just looking that way. So I'm gonna try to get some plants and get that thing scaped. So let's go inside. Alright guys, so I'm home. I got the plants, I got the driftwood and everything that I need to scape the tank. I would have filmed a store tour, but it turned out I got there too late and they were getting ready to close soon, so I just didn't have time to really do a tour. So I will have to do one later, which is fine because I go there all the time. It's my local fish store. But I got some water lettuce for the turtle tank. So I got some plant action going on. They shouldn't bother it. I don't think turtles will really even mess with water lettuce anyway. From what I've heard, it actually is kind of like bitter to them and they wouldn't like it anyway. But terrapins aren't really plant-eating turtles anyway. So that should be fine. It'll give them something else to hang on to when they're wanting to float around up at the top or whatever. Plus, you know, live plants, pulling nitrates out of the water and all like that. All good stuff. Got my sister with me. Hey, Sid.
Hi.
And so for the plants, I got a bunch of anubius. Well, not a bunch of anubius, but a little bit of anubius and a little bit of water sprite. Oh, Sid, can you do me a favor and in the kitchen on the counter, those 2 pieces of wood? Yeah. Thanks. So I got some anubius nangi or nangi, however you want to pronounce it, and some anubius frazeri, and some water sprite. So not a lot in the plant realm of things, but it's definitely more than what's already in the tank. And basically what it boils down to is this tank just looks really boring to me other than the fish themselves. So I want to play with it and get it looking nice. So got our driftwood, got a couple pieces of manzanita. So I think that should work out pretty good. And got this piece here. And kind of low on gravel in this tank as well. So I've got some more gravel in a tote that I'm going to rinse off and add to this. I'll have to figure out what I want to do to make sure I don't bury these snails in the process of doing that. But I'll get that figured out and we'll get started. Alright, so I added a little bit of gravel. I haven't done anything with it except dump it in the tank so far. And I'm going to add a little bit of crushed coral as well, just for the snails. That way they can have some extra calcium in there for their shells and stuff. Because I've noticed a few of them, they grow so quick that sometimes they grow faster than their shells can keep up with, and they get that white flakiness. So I'm going to add some crushed coral to help with that, get this all smoothed out and everything. And then we're going to add some rocks and wood and plants. And for that part, I'm going to have Sydney actually film me so I can have my hands freed up. Cool with you? By the way, guys, go in the comments and tell Sydney congratulations because she just graduated high school. So congratulations, Sydney. Proud of you, kiddo. And ooh, I also need to get the turtles back in their tank because they've been out here feeding. So, all right, we'll see you guys in a sec. Okay, so got the gravel smoothed out good enough. I don't have enough to do like hills and valleys or anything like that. But I mean, obviously it's a cloudy mess right now, but you know, to be expected. Got the sponge filter pushed over in the corner. I think I plan on leaving it like that. Got a bunch of rocks down here that I'm gonna work with. I don't know which ones I'm gonna use or how I'm gonna do it yet, but I think the first thing I'm gonna do is figure out how I want the wood in here, and I don't know if I'm gonna leave this piece of wood in there yet or not. So I may go ahead and pull that out first, but then I'm gonna go ahead and lay these two pieces in there, figure out how I want them arranged, and then just build everything else around that. So let's do that. Okay, so I got the Hardscape. I feel like it turned out pretty good. With the, I really like the way the rocks kind of lay around the roots, so to speak, of the manzanita wood. So I got the kind of the center focal piece, but it's also still kind of rising towards the corners to kind of expand your view. And I did add a couple handfuls of the crushed coral back there in the back, and I decided to go ahead and leave that piece of wood there. I feel like it's like a nice little corner piece or whatever. And so yeah, I feel like it turned out really well to just have like the rubble pile of rocks pinning down the wood. So now it's time to add the plants. I gotta figure out where I want to put those. So here we go. Alright, so here it is, guys. Not much to it, but I feel like it turned out really well. I really like the way this is looking, and I think I'll like it even more once some stuff starts to grow in. I've got the wisteria, or not wisteria, the water sprite here in the corner, hoping it'll kind of fill up this whole area here in the corner. And then I've got the anubius nangi here, and the anubius frazeri here, and the java fern in the middle. And my thought process is having the two taller plants on either side where the wood is kind of rising up, that the plant's getting taller and rising up with it, so it still kind of follows that same motion towards the corners from the center focal point of the rock pile, but at the same time breaks it up with the leaf structure. So that's kind of what I was going for. I feel like it's turned out really, really well as a really easy scape. All I did was bought two pieces of manzanita wood, laid them in there, and piled a bunch of rocks around them. I was a little strategic with placing the rocks, but I mean, it's not like you've got to be Takashi Amano in order to do this kind of thing. So I hope I got his first name right. I would feel really horrible if I got the first name of an absolute legend wrong like that. But anyway, I really like this rock. I like the look it's got with the black mixed in with the red right out there in front. And I even actually kind of like how I've just randomly got the crushed coral back here and used it to kind of slope up a little bit to kind of fill it out so it's not lopsided running downhill over here. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this, and I'm glad that it's not just that clay pot just laying in there and just looking like a barren tank, because just because a tank is kind of utilitarian or you need it to be functional or whatever doesn't mean it can't really look nice at the same time. And my tanks out here are kind of more functional because, you know, I am breeding and all that, but that doesn't mean they can't look nice. So I was tired of this one not looking nice. I got a feeling this one's gonna have to be next. I mean, because look, it's the same sad story except with a smaller pot and more snail shells. So this one's done. This one will probably be next. Probably won't be my next video, but it'll probably be the next tank I scape. But the cloudiness of the water is starting to clear up a little bit, and I'm really happy with this, guys. If you've got any suggestions, anything I should add to this tank, or anything that I should maybe think about tweaking to make this scape even better, please throw that in the comments. Let me know. And thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all the support, the likes, the subscriptions, all of that. I really appreciate it. And if you guys like this stuff, if you like this video and the other videos, if you've seen any of my other videos, or if you haven't seen any of my other videos and you want to, hit that subscribe button right down here in the corner of your screen. There's a little logo and it looks just like this. It's right down there in the corner of the video. Hit that to subscribe and hit that little bell, and that way YouTube will notify you whenever any of my new videos come out, so you can come check out my next video. And I'm putting out videos every Friday morning, so there will be videos that you'll want to check out. So hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much, and if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. It's not just a vanity thing, it actually does help me out, so I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. God bless you, fish nerds. I will see you next time.
Would you subscribe to my brother? He's officially my favorite, and he really rocks. Don't leave him hanging out on a limb. If you're not subscribing, what are you doing?